Naam, welcome from the headquarters of Mel's Magic Official here in Javier, Spain. And I spent a good while thinking and meditating on what I would talk about, and the theme of on evolution came up. So let's just riff with that energy because, as you know, we are in this wave of evolution. And what does that entail? It really means facing each day with a clean slate, tabula rasa. It requires us to look at life with the eyes of a child, as if you've never seen anything out there before. Can you do that? It means letting go of the past, letting go of old ways of thinking, and just being the observer of your thoughts and asking yourself, does this still serve me? Is it weighing me down? Or is it lighting me up? Because heaven and hell are just one thought away. And the most powerful thing we have is our choice. The choice often starts with what we believe in, what thoughts we feed, what thoughts we water. The same old negative, poor me story of victimhood, or a completely new story, which might feel terrifying precisely because it means stepping into the unknown, in the now, letting go of the past, letting go of the future, coming back to right here, right now, where all our power lies. And I know it sounds cliche and you're rolling your eyes, I know. But think about it logically. It's all we have, no? So it's a gift to wake up each morning and tell yourself, hey, it's a brand new day. And it's up to me, i.e. you, to decide to start from scratch. To let go of the burden of the past, of the resentment, of the guilt, of any negativity, to forgive yourself, because only you can do that, and to hence liberate yourself, because you hold the key, nobody else. You might think, oh, it's that person who betrayed me, oh, it's that person who abandoned me. No. That person is a projection of your consciousness. You are the creator of your reality. So the way you experience life is on you. It's a projection of your consciousness, your beliefs, your thought patterns. You've created everything. And the people we meet are gifts, they are messengers. They might hold a piece to your puzzle, especially those that carry a painful message. Those who harshly, or what you may determine as coldly, shut the door so that you have only your own reflection to look at. We project our consciousness outward. We're like a movie projector, seriously. So behind your eyes is a projector. And the source of that projection is your consciousness. And it's being filtered through your beliefs, your belief system, maybe your cultural filter. And it determines what you experience. And we need it because, in a way, in the 3D dimension, we are crystallized into a separate avatar so that we may experience reality from different angles. We're all avatars in this 3D realm. However, going up higher, we're all one. The one experiencing itself through a myriad of perspectives. That's why your perspective is so important, because you are unique in your energetic makeup. You're like a kaleidoscope. Imagine, those things when you were a kid, we turn and the light refracts in different angles and patterns. That's you. The light of source refracts into different patterns, and those patterns are your specific makeup. Hence, you are so valuable because nobody else will have your perspective, your particular way of perceiving things. That's why your voice and the way you express life is so important, because there's no doppelganger here. You are unique. Gets? So it's balancing this notion of, yes, I am an individual in the 3D realm, but higher perspective, we're all one, playing with each other. We're all asking each other, like on stage, okay, next actor, come here. You got to teach me. Remember, we made soul contracts. You're here to help me evolve, help me raise my consciousness, help me awaken. And often it's the painful messengers, I'm repeating myself here, that carry the most important message. And it's those who need to be cherished most, although it's painful. Usually you can only kind of understand it in retrospect, because in the moment you can't see the forest for the trees. You're too much in pain. And that's okay. Radical acceptance. Radical acceptance. Not resisting, not fighting, not forcing, not pushing against reality. Surrender. And surrender does not mean giving up. It means going with the flow of your evolution. So on evolution, nobody is spared from hitting the brick wall, so to speak, from things falling apart, because on an energetic level, the old energies don't function anymore. The old way of doing things doesn't work anymore. The old paradigms are collapsing within you and without. I mean, look at the news. It's all imploding, no? The revolution is happening through you. Because as you awaken and heal and come back to yourself and realize you are projecting your consciousness outward, i.e., you can choose what to project and reclaim your power, therein lies the key. As you raise your consciousness, because we're all connected, you help raise the consciousness of the collective, because we are all one. So if you are in a situation where you've hit rock bottom, where everything seems so dark, it seems like you've lost everything, don't despair. It's all happening for you. And I'm only able to tell you this because I've gone through the same process. And this is not coming from a stance of arrogance, no. I hope to inspire you and to keep the faith and surrender to miracles. This is your opportunity to reach out to a higher power. Maybe you've never done it before because maybe you're like me, brought up a Catholic, nothing against Catholicism, but for me personally, it didn't do me well. There's too much guilt attached. It didn't serve me. But let's say my own journey brought me to my knees, to the point where I was in despair and I called out to a higher power. Because I could not, from my ego self, see the path forward. And it is in that moment where I surrendered and asked for help and for guidance that everything shifted. So perhaps you're at that point. Maybe you've cursed the universe, you've cursed life, you've cursed everyone around you, and you've probably asked, why me? Because it's all happening for you. The universe is squeezing the walls in so that you have no one and nothing else out there to blame. And it's putting up mirrors so that you are forced to look at yourself, your own beliefs, your own thoughts of victimization. And this is the special moment, the unique gift of grace, the moment where you're invited to look at yourself and face the void and face the emptiness and face the darkness and reach out to a higher power and forgive yourself. And that is a moment where everything shifts. You're no longer struggling. You're no longer fighting. You allow yourself to be held. And this is the point that marks your transformation and the journey of your healing. And that is the evolution we're all going through. The old ways of doing things and of thinking don't work anymore. The more you try and struggle and fight, the more you'll be drained, the more you'll suffer. Not out of punishment from God, but to the contrary, because the universe is supporting your own awakening. So let go of the struggle and face yourself. I haven't pulled a card for a while for you guys. So let's see what energy comes up. Give me one card, angels, spirit guides, gods and goddesses. Our Asgard team, remember? That resonates or is relevant for you watching. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is probably super long. I'm just riffing with the energy. And I also thought, you know what? I can sit here and overthink the theme and strategize and plan, but it ain't working anymore. I just got to flow with the energy. One card fell out. The High Priestess, señoras y señoras, is all about what we just spoke about. Trusting your inner knowing. The High Priestess is at the interstice between the 3D and the 5D, between your conscious mind and your unconscious mind. She speaks to you in dreams and intuitive nudges. She is the bearer of the mystical. And she guards this sacred portal. The High Priestess is an energy you can tap into. She's within you. She's an aspect of you. Also linked with the divine feminine, who, regardless of your gender, he, she, they, we all have the divine feminine within us. It's our intuition, our deeper knowing, our soul's whispers. How can you connect with the High Priestess within you? By being in the receptive mode, meaning coming out of your hamster wheel thinking mind, overthinking, never stopping, and being in receptive mode. You can access that mode by meditation, by going for a walk in nature, calming both hemispheres of your mind, cleaning, dancing, basically doing anything that doesn't require problem solving. To be in the receptive mode, to calm the brain waves of your mind so that you can receive higher knowing. Your intuition is a direct line to God, the universe, the higher power, whatever you want to call it, the higher intelligence, the big mind to which your mind and all of us are connected to. So how can you foster this relationship with your own inner High Priestess, with your intuition, with your deeper knowing? How can you calm your mind so that you can feel the nudges of your heart and your soul, which speaks in very factual sentences, no emotions attached? If you feel drama and reactivity, that's not your intuition, that's not the High Priestess speaking. It's usually your ego spinning stories. What if and should, would, and whatever. No. Your intuition is plain simple, factual. This is the truth. Boom. She's here to invite you to connect with her and to trust her. Because at the end of the day, on this journey of evolution, she is the only one you can really rely on, because she represents your inner sovereignty. There's no more outsourcing of sovereignty or authority. The government, your parents, the teacher, you carry the guru within you. The voice of your soul connected to higher intelligence is within you. Your authoritative compass is within you. All you got to do is connect with it and trust it and act upon it. Accept, trust, and act on your inner knowing. And that requires you to let go of depending on the validation of others, of the permission of others, of the approval of others. And that's scary, because you're used to outsourcing your validation, your approval, your permission, your authority from the external. But as long as you do that, you are losing your power. Your power lies in your connection with your intuition. And what if the entire world is against you? As long as you have that connection, nothing can shake you. This is your seat of power. So gather your energy. There's one thing I like to say. I call back my energy from all people, places, timelines, and dimensions, blessed and transmuted. I call back my energy from all people, places, timelines, dimensions, blessed and transmuted. I call back my energy from all people, places, timelines, and dimensions, blessed and transmuted. Call it all back to the present moment where your power lies. Stop fragmenting into the past, into the future, into other people. Call it back here. And sit still and face yourself and trust what you feel, what you sense, and what you know. It's not even about believing, it's about knowing. Okay? And Magic Mel is here to remind you that your path of evolution is your soul's unfolding. And on this path of evolution, you gotta let go of what no longer serves you. And it starts with what you're thinking, your beliefs, your outdated beliefs, your psychological baggage. And how can you navigate your way forward? By trusting your intuition and your deeper knowing. And how can you connect to your deeper knowing? By coming into the receptive mode, calming your mind, breathing, walking, meditating, cleaning. Do some research, whatever works for you. Okay? That is your compass. I'm here to remind you that you carry an internal compass within you and that you gotta trust it. Because nobody's gonna think and feel like you. You are your own authority. And when you are aligned with your own inner authority, it means you are aligned with the will of God. And that doesn't mean leaving it all to God and not having any authority. No, it means choosing what is right for you. Not what is easy, not what is convenient. No wishful thinking, but what is aligned with your higher purpose, which, is connected to the will of God. But isn't it a beautiful thing to manifest the will of God? Because you are an instrument of the divine. You are a unique expression of the divine. And we are here to reveal the glory and the template, the blueprint of the divine. Not the inverted blueprint, which is happening around, kind of satanic. No, everything's inverted. No, we're putting it back upright. And it's crucial that you, for one, know that you are unique, you're invaluable, you're essential to the bigger symphony of the universe, that you carry a keynote, a unique keynote that needs to be expressed and shared, and that by doing so, you fulfill not only your soul's purpose, but the divine will, which is a beautiful way of expressing heaven here on earth. 5D into 3D, it's all connected. Okay, bandidos? So, those are my thoughts on evolution. I leave you with that and stay tuned for